everyone. Welcome to Sakuma Podcast. It's Nico You Talk. I'm here today and I'm going to be doing a podcast. Yeah. Let's talk about life. This is about life today. I'm going to be breaking down a few things that I always want to share with people. Now we're coming to Christmas and everybody's busy, everybody's shopping, everybody's doing that. I'm going to talk a bit about that because I'm not good fan on shopping and I'm broke. Okay, so we need to understand that if you're broke, you're broke. Don't pretend because otherwise you're going to be in debt, you know. So that's that. That's another thing we need to be talking about. And secondly, Christmas is one of those days like everybody has to have a family, blah, blah. I don't know, I'm going to go that as well. But I think the other thing I just want to talk about, say again, welcome to September podcast. And then the topic today is the world is going crazy. When I mean they're going crazy, I mean like I don't like going through politics first because it can be end up firing. So yeah, the reason why I say I'm going to talk about the world is crazy is that because I know everybody's expecting this. America is a crazy world, isn't it? It's a crazy, crazy place. Americans, I don't trust Americans at all, man. They can vote anyone, anytime. They can vote for me. Imagine that. Boom. Then I'm a leader. That's perfect. Anyway, let's talk about that. Yeah, the world is going crazy. So yeah, in Australia, they say they're gonna ban under 16 on social media. Like, hold on, they should have done this from the day one. All of us who shouldn't be part of the social media because this is where the problem is. You know, poor under 16, they're already smoking, they're allowed to smoke e-cigarettes, but they're not allowed to be in the social media. But they can smoke e-cigarette, they can smoke weed, they can take drugs, they can have sex, but no social media. Tell me about that. Let's hear your comment on this because I think this is bonkers, man. Because I don't understand why someone can make the rules so late. It's too late. It's too late. But let's see. Maybe it works. Maybe I'm wrong. But social media has damaged a lot of things. So please, I think I respect kids and stuff like that. But nowadays, if you look around the world, I said the world is going crazy. That's the topic. Look around. The murders nowadays, the 10-year-old, 12 years, 15, 14, those are murders in the world. There's so many murders happen nowadays from young kids because social media has taught them how to do that. You know, you see them on the protests and the riots in England 3 months ago. 10 years old, they were there throwing stones to the police. You know, so there's a lot, and I mean, so the world is crazy to me. That's what I'm saying. Because I was born in a village in Zimbabwe in the 70s. That was not gonna happen. I never seen some of that, but I regret again that I wish I retired my own country, but my own country is managed by a psychopath as well. So it's kind of like I'm born up. Can we call myself unlucky person? Maybe you can put this way. Nico is unlucky person. Was born in the country where the psychopath is owning the country for 40 years and now moved to the open space where people make rules every day. Hey. So think about that. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't get me wrong though. It's just one of those things, man. I don't know, man. It's just too much. The world is gone crazy. That's why we call the topic. The world is gone crazy because it's really crazy. If you look at it, all around, man, it's like the most personally, I think there's a very, very 75% side of social media very bad. Okay, and then 25% of social media good. I'm talking about myself, how I'm using it, how I'm listening to it, how I view things on it, how what things I see. You know, it's terrible then. So it's really, really bad. So about to ban under 16-year-olds from social media, I think it's too late. I think they should start thinking about why they allow them to smoke e-cigarettes, why they allow them to go in the bus and shouting. Where I live, by the way, I'm not going to disclose the area, but you can understand. I live in Glasgow. Yeah, so on Friday, Saturday, the double deck bus expect a nightclub upstairs and some bit of fighting and smoking and swearing and music loud and everything. All together, the cultures come together. That's called integration. I love integration in Scotland. It's so beautiful. Because I came here, I was sober. Now I'm drinking. Not today. I do apologize. I'm on the podcast sober. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to mix up this kind of like a sense of humor podcast. You know what I mean? Like they're just pointing out that things that actually annoys Nicole, and secondly, the things that I agree with, which means nothing, zero. Because if you agree with everything, you never change the world. you need to disagree. We need to disagree. Because if we don't disagree, we're not going to change. If you don't tell me this podcast is not good, you need to do that. I'm not going to change. So please let me know. So, okay, now you know that I love integration. We talk about the world is crazy, which means that's the topic. By the way, I'll keep reminding you all the time so you know why you hear something crazy I'm talking about. You just connect what I just said, okay? So, yeah. Did I just talk about the crazy people shopping like there's no tomorrow? It's November, they're already busy shopping, man. Like, I'm like, where did they get the money from? Because I hear people say, living crisis. Living crisis. People are shopping like there's. Did someone drop some money yesterday and I missed the news? What happened? Like, people suddenly got money because shopping. I'm like, wow. I need cash. Where they get it? They don't tell you. They just go shopping. The whole city center is packed with people shopping until maybe in January. Then living crisis. Then do you know who they're gonna blame after that when they're broke? Me. They'll blame me. Refugees. They came to this country, they took our shopping. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. You know, come on. You know, when you go shopping, you don't call us. But now when you're broke, we have the problems. You know what I mean? So that's politics for you. I try to avoid politics on my podcast because it's not what I created the podcast for. The podcast is for our voices to be heard, particularly asylum seekers and refugees. And now everybody's welcome. So, yeah, my own opinion, I think that this pre-shopping, when it's finishing in January, refugees and asylum seekers are going to be in trouble again. Yeah, we're going to hear so many sad stories, so many sad. But let's look at the positive of refugees and asylum seekers, please. People are doctors. You know, they're doing lots of great things. You know what I mean? Footballers. But they always look at the poor. They never disagree with the rich. You know, the rich people who don't disagree with rich people. No, they're doing great. But the poor would take all the punches, man. I take all the punches. Yeah, I was talking to my friend one day, like, oh, UK is fantastic, but living here as a refugee is a nightmare, you know. People can wait on the bus for 30 minutes, right? They don't say anything. The bus is late. They get in quietly. No one says no word. A refugee turns up, asylum seekers, maybe a family of people, they'll start shouting. You know that word. You finish it yourself, you know. I was like, why don't you change the simple things? Like, talk to the driver, talk to the bus driver company, like, please don't be late. People are going to work. Than keeping quiet, wait for the poor person to arrive, then you start calling them in names. When you've got so much to do to change simple things like bus times and, you know, clean the streets. They don't say that. So that's why the world's crazy. So you know what I mean when I'm saying the world is crazy, I'm talking about people do crazy things. Okay, let's talk about crazy stuff. Let's talk about something positive now. I don't see any positive in this crazy world. I don't see it, man. I don't see it, to be honest with you. That if you can see something positive on this world, please call me because I'm trying to see around it. I just don't see anything very positive. Now I'm looking outside the window. The weather is not good. You know, it's like on Saturday the snow was heavy. I know there's a lot of people still dismiss climate change, which means it's a shame because we need to learn just a little bit. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a scientist. You just have to look what's happening outside, what the weather is doing, and then yeah, if you're a prayer, pray for the good weather. I mean, yeah, do that. Because I'll tell you a story that back home they used to pray for rain. So okay, this is what happened. Yeah, my brother used to call me and say, Nico, we've been praying for rain and over and over. We've been praying and praying and praying, and the rain is not coming. What do you think? Why is not coming? I'm like, guys, stop praying in English because God can hear you, and the rain comes to Scotland. So I think the point is, think before you pray, which language you're using and where you want the prayer directed to. Then you find the results. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure about those. I'm not a preacher, so I'm not good there. Anyway, can we move on to something? Yes, because I aim this to be a 10 minutes recording. I don't want too much because it's an intro. I just came back from the podcast, so I'm still working towards the full episode. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But this evening, I just came up to do a short one. It's called The World is Gone Crazy. So if you can see that the world's gone crazy, please comment or tell me if it's me I'm going crazy or is the world gone crazy. Because I really find out every day there's something new. And yeah, so yeah, you can follow us on Spotify, on Apple, Google, on Facebook, and Instagram.